Instead of phrasing them as a quiz, I would say they are more like bonus points opportunities. In the two quizzes I'm going to assign you, first, you will be write down the list of questions you found during your review of the first part of our semester. The second quiz is exactly the same. Just summarize the questions you found about the second part of the semester, those chapters. And we have a syllabus in the Canvas, so you can look at what are the chapters covered in the first part of a semester, what are the chapters covered in the second part of a semester. So I'm pretty sure you have to start your review of our materials of this semester as soon as you can. Okay, hi Luciana. To answer your question, I was explaining the two special quizzes I'm going to giving. Instead of saying that they are quizzes, I would say they are bonus points opportunities. So in the quiz, I'm going to ask you to list the the questions you have for the first half of our semester, and the second quiz to list the question you have for the second part of a semester. You find those questions just based on your experience, based on your review of the course material. Luciana, did I answer your question? Hi, Luciana. Cool, thank you. Okay, so anybody else has any question? Okay, so I think I'll make the first quiz due on this Sunday. The second quiz due on this coming Tuesday, which is next Tuesday. Okay, so you just have to review your course materials and trying to find those questions. That's it. So let's get started on our last question of the semester. First, let me switch to my document camera. Okay, so this is our last question of section 10.2. Can anyone tell me what's the name of the polygraph? Can anyone tell me? So you look at this table and you see this is a Nemacolm without inner loop, right? A plus or minus b cosine theta. Okay, so you just write it down. It is there. Oh, actually I made a mistake. So this is not a Nemacolm with inner loop because this requires b smaller than a. In other words, they cannot be the same. However, look at our question. We have 2 here. We also have a 2 here. So they are all the same. So this is a catiode. Okay, so catiode. Okay. So again, instead of drawing on the polar coordinates directly, we first draw on the rectangular coordinates with point x and y. And we learned it in our previous chapters, how to draw this graph. Just rewrite r into y and theta in terms of x. Okay, so for those gaps, what is the amplitude? Can anyone tell me what is the amplitude?
Is it 2?
Very good, it's 2. What is this w? Okay, notice that we have 1 times x here. W is just 1, right? So period, according to what we have learned before, is 2 pi over w, which is just 2 pi. Phase shift. Look at the equation you have. This x, does this x add to anything or subtract to anything? No.
No.
So there's no horizontal shift. No horizontal shift. However, look at the whole function. The whole function was added by 2, which means it lifted up by 2 units. So horizontal phase shift is up 2 units. No horizontal shift. That's it. So anyone has any question about this part? Okay. So let's draw the graph. This was made up from cosines x. First, you exaggerate the amplitude by 2 times, then move everything up 2 units. So originally the cosine x looks like this. Let's say this is 1, okay? Originally it looks like this. It goes to pi, goes down to pi. Oh, this is so ugly. Apologize. Oh my god. I think this graphing completely failed. So 2 pi, then went up by 2 pi, 3, then eventually reach pi again. Okay, so since we are only giving 4 units on this side, we need to shift up by units, and we also need to exaggerate 2 units more. So that's why I make this coordinate 1. Okay, so that we can have plenty of space when we are shifting up or exaggerating. My graph extremely ugly. I think this is the most failed graph during the semester. Unlucky, this happened on our last class. But I hope you understand this starts from 1, when 0, x is 0, y is 1, then it decreased to, this decreased to 0, then it decreased to -1, then it increased to 0, then it increased to 1. This is cosine x, okay? So we need to make a reference on this part. So first, we need to exaggerate 2 units. So which means 2 units, it will look like this. Then goes to this point. Then get to here. then get to here. Okay, going down, come to here, getting to here, come to here. So this is 2 times cosine x. How about 2 plus 2 cosine x? So everything move up 2 units. This point is still here. When it reaches 0, it turns up, it reaches here. When it reaches negative 2, it actually reaches here. It reaches 0, 2 units above this point. Also 2 units above to get to here. This point, 2 units above. So this is an extra point. Just draw extra point as a reference so that we can draw the graph more easily. So you're connecting those points. Okay, this is so much better than our first graph. So eventually this is 2 cosine x plus 2. Okay, so no, my graph still looks very ugly. So let's look at it in decimals to make sure we understand how the real graph look like. Decimals. Start calculating. Y equals to 2 plus 2 cosine x. Okay. Look. In general, it's similar with what we draw, right? Starting from 4, draw to reach 2, then get into the bottom, which is 0. Going up, go back to 2 again. Then going to the summit, which is 4 again. Okay. Anyone has any question about this graph? Okay, let's continue. So we have to draw it on the polar coordinates. Before we draw on the polar coordinates, we need to make a table. Okay. Those were written in terms of x and y, which means they are rectangular points. However, you know that here, our x is just theta, our y just the radius. Okay, so although they are written in x and y, they're the same thing as written in theta and r. So let's fill in this table and mark the points on these polar coordinates. Then we'll be good. When x is 0, it's starting from 4. When theta is pi over 2, cosine, what is cosine theta? Which is cosine pi over 2. What is cosine pi over 2? Cosine pi over 2 is 0, right? So 0, 2 plus, which is 2. What is pi? Pi is here, right? Which is 2 plus 2 times cosine pi, which is 2 minus 2, which is 0. What is 3 pi over 2?
That would be 0 again? No, not 0.
2 plus 2 times cosine 3 pi over 2. What is cosine 3 pi over 2? This is 0. So it's 2 plus 0. Which is 2 again, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. What is 2 plus 2 cosine 2 pi? Cosine 2 pi is 2. I'm sorry, cosine 2 pi is 1. So this is 2 plus 2, which is 4. Okay? And we need a few extra points. So what is 2 plus cosine 2 times cosine pi over 3? What is this? Cosine pi over 3 is 1/2, right? So 2 times 1/2 is 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. What is this guy? 2 plus cosine 2 pi over 3. Cosine 2 pi over 3, which is somewhere here. Where's cosine pi over 3? So I think this is 2 plus 2 times.
It should be negative 1/2.
Very good. So we should give you 1, right? Okay, so this is 1. How about 2 plus 2 times cosine 4 pi over 3? What is this guy?
Wouldn't it give you the same thing since it's still negative 1 over 2?
Let me think about it. So this is pi over 3 goes. So look, even I need to turn to the unit circle for help. Okay, so you guys must learn how to use a unit circle. So this reference angle is pi over 3. And cosine reference angle pi over 3 is on this side. Yeah, correct. I think this is negative 1/2. So again, same answer. How about this part? Cosine 5 pi over 3. 5 pi over 3, you are going across. So again, I think you are here. So this is positive 1/2. I think this gives you 3. 2 plus, or 2 times 1/2, 3. Okay. So I successfully filled in all the points. Anyone has any question about those points? Okay. So let's start marking those points on the polar coordinates. First, when x0 is 4. So the pi over 2. Pi over 2 is 2 here. What is pi? When pi it is 0 here. What is 3 pi over 2? Oh, 3 pi over 2 is 2. So it's this point. I apologize, not this point. 2 pi goes back to again, it's this point. Okay, so you only have 3 points on this side. A few extra points. Pi over 3, which will give you 3, which is here. Oh, apologize. Pi over 3 is here. Oh my gosh. Let me cross this out, okay? Forgive me for this is not a good point. I made a mistake by marking it. So 3 pi over 2 is 1. Cosine 3 pi over 2.
Professor,
Yes.
I believe even the second point is at the wrong spot. I think you put it where pi over 4 would be.
This is, are you talking about this point?
I'm talking about the point you just put down for pi over 3.
Pi over 3?
Yes.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. Thank you. Look. Thank you very much for reminding me. I cross this out. So 2 pi over 3 is 1. 2 pi over 3 is 1, which is here. 4 pi over 3 is also 1. 4 pi over 3, where is that? It's another. I think it is here. 5 pi over 3 is 3, so which is here. Oh, 3. Apologize. Look how easy to make mistakes. Okay. So if you need to draw a curve connecting those points, be careful. Let's draw the curve connecting all the points. Let's make sure it's a smooth curve. Okay. Yeah, just this point, the angle is 3 pi over 2. So the distance is 2, so still this point. I said it's a mistake, but it's not a mistake. So when I draw the curve, I see I must cross this point. Okay. That's it. What a beautiful cardioid. Wow. Such a great feature. Okay, any question about this drawing? Okay, so we are done with the last question. Nobody has any question? Let me switch to my camera and tell you something funny. So you guys know I'm a mathematics major. You guys see my horrific artist drawing. So I think next time when I teach this class, I better invite one of my artist friends to draw the graph for me. I'm pretty sure they'll be much, much better than me. They'll draw a much more beautiful graph than me, okay? So if you're not good at drawing, maybe just stay in the math major, pretend everything's okay. Okay, that's so much. That's so much for this semester. So let's review what we did on the exam 3. Okay, so open your exam 3 we're going to talk about in 1 minute. This is our exam 3. I post the solution already. So every solution I post the answer and I also post a short explanation on it. Let me ask you, does anyone has any question on the first page?
Could we go over 4?
Great. Does anyone has any question before question 4?
Can we go over number 1?
Very good. Okay, number 1, let's see. Okay, at the beginning of the exam 3, I reminded you some of the triangles do not exist. Okay, I hope you still remember what I said on the beginning of the exam 3. So let's look at this graph. This angle A, 30 degree, angle B, 45 degree. However, look at the numbers here. Angle side B has length 6, side A has length 10. Since angle A is smaller than angle B, but side B is longer than side A is longer than side B, this kind of triangle cannot exist. Okay, larger angle corresponding to longer side. This is just think about any triangle you have. Larger angle is corresponding to longer sides. Smaller angle corresponding to the shorter side. Okay. Does anyone has any question? So there's nothing, none of this is true for this. Okay. Does anyone has any question about this answer and this explanation? Okay. So this is just a more of a conceptual question for you to grasp. This is no calculation at all. You just based on your experience of the triangle. We have worked on so many triangles before. You look at the angles, you look at the sides, you will see the general pattern, that large angle corresponding to the longer side. That's it. Any question before we continue? Okay. So does anyone want me to explain question 2? Question 3? Question 4?
Yes, please.
Sorry, what was the answer for question 3?
It's A.
A.
Yeah, the solution has been posted in the Canvas under the same page
Okay.
of the exam. Yeah. Thank you for asking. Let's look at the question 4. Give me this triangle. L is 2, M is 6. The angle is 60 degrees. Find the value of n, which is this side. This side is 2, this side is 6. So we have this formula which we can use. What is the length of the third side? Third side is n squared plus m squared plus l squared plus 2 times the two sides times cosine the angle. Okay, so it's 2 plus 6 minus 2 times 2 times 6 times 1/2, which is 4 plus 36 minus 12 equals give you 8. You can rewrite 8 in terms of square root of 28 squared because we have n squared here. So n is just square root of 28 squared, which is 2 times square root of 7. The answer is B. Okay. So the key is find this formula to use. Okay. Ernesto, did I answer your question about this one?
You did. I left it at the square root of 28, so I don't know why I forgot to try to factor out something from the bottom.
Oh, yeah. People make mistakes.
Thank you,
No
Professor.
worry about that. Question 5. Anyone want me to question 5, question 6?
Did you go over number 5?
Very good. Which of the following is equivalent with cosine blah 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 175? You notice that 175 is not a perfect angle to calculate. You need to turn to the half angle formula for help. So what is cosine 175? It's just half of 350, right? Cosine 175 is cosine half of 350, which is plus or minus square root of 1 plus cosine 350. This is just a half angle formula. And at the end of exam, all the formulas are attached. So you can just look at it and use that formula. But we still need to determine which sign it is. Here is plus or minus. Notice the 175. 175 is the second quadrant. What does it mean for second quadrant? Remember the ATS rule. On the second quadrant, unfortunately, all the cosine are negative. Okay? So cosine 175 is negative. So you have to use a negative. So it's negative 1 plus cosine 350 over 2. So the answer is just A. That's it. Hello, did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did. Thank you.
Thank you for asking. Anyone want me to do question 6?
Yes, please.
Cool. Given a triangle XYZ, X side is 4, X angle is 60, Y angle is 45. Find the value of Y. So this is pretty straightforward. We just use a law of size, sin X over X, sin Y over I. Plug in all the values, we get such a thing. Then multiply both sides with 4y, divide both sides with sin 60. So you can factor y as 4 times 45 over sin 60. Plug in all the values you have. So your answer is 4 square root of 6 over 3. Okay, this is just purely algebra. Answer is B. Okay. Anyone has any question on this part? James, did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Thank you for asking. Okay. Anyone want me to do question 6 or 7, 8?
Could we go over
Can you
7,
do number
please?
7?
Oh, yeah.
What? You reach okay, everybody wanted me to do question 7, so let's do question 7. Establish the following identities. By saying establish, I mean just prove this left side equal to the right side. So let's start from the left side to see why is it equal to the right side. This is cosecant theta. Cosecant, everything goes to the basic stuff. It's just 1 over sine. 1 over sine minus sine. So fraction minus another number. You can combine them as one fraction. So this is 1 minus sine squared. So 1 minus, once you combine them, 1 minus sine squared is cosine squared. What is cosine squared? Cosine squared is just cosine theta over sine times cosine. Just factor 1 cosine theta out. What is this guy? This guy is just tangent theta, right? A cotangent theta. Cosine theta is still here. So the final answer is cosine theta over times tangent theta. Okay. Any still did I answer your question about this one?
Yes, you did, Professor. Thank you.
Thank you for asking. So let's look at this one. Prove this equal to this. What is this? Well, you just use a difference formula. So this is cosine A, cosine B plus sine A, sine B over cosine A, cosine B. So what is this fraction? You just split the fraction. This divided by this gives you 1. This divided by this is sine A over cosine A, sine B over cosine B. So this is just tangent A, this is tangent B, so this becomes 1 plus tangent A, tangent B. That's it. Okay, does anyone has any question about this part? Okay, question 8. Does anyone need help on question 8?
Can you go over it, please?
Sure. Well, this is just a sum angle formula, right? Cosine A plus B. So cosine A plus B is cosine A cosine B minus cosine sine A sine B. So we have to figure out each part of it. We are given with sine A, that's great. So we still need to figure out cosine A. However, look at this. Sine A, again 3 over 5. This is such a famous triangle. I think this is the most encountered triangles in our semester. 3, 4, 5 triangle. So the other must be 4 over 5, plus or minus. Look at it is in the third quadrant. So cosine must be negative. So it's minus 4 over 5. Okay, so that's how I get cosine. How about this guy? We have tangent. We're not giving with sine or cosine. So we should draw a fabricate triangle to help us to figure out the answer. So if this side, let's say this side is angle B, if this side is square root of 5, this side is 3, what is this side? Square root of 14, right? So what is sine B? Sine B is this divided by this. What is cosine B? Cosine B is this side divided by this. That's it. We get all the values. Okay, so we have sine, cosine, everything sine, cosine. So we just plug in, do some algebraic addition and simplification, and we eventually reach here. Okay, this part is just purely algebra once you figure out all the cosine and sine values.
Excuse me, why was cosine B square root of 9 over 14?
Very good. So cosine B is 3 over 14, right?
Yes.
So 3 over square root of 14. So the way I did, I just put the 3 inside the fraction. So it becomes 9. 3 becomes 9 once you put it inside the square root. Okay.
Okay. Could we have left it as the just the regular 3?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah. If I accept all kinds of answers as long as they're algebraically correct. So if I made mistakes in your grading, please feel free to let me know after the class. Okay.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you for asking. Anyone else has any question about this? Okay, let's continue. Anyone need any help on question 9? Cosine theta is this. Again, very famous 3/4/5 triangle. So sine theta must be 4/5 plus or minus. Notice that you are in the fourth quadrant, which means all the signs are negative. So this is negative 4/5. So what is sine 2 theta? Just plug in the formula, which is 2 sine cosine. 2 times this and this. Give you negative 24/25. What is cosine 2 theta? Which is 2 cosine squared minus 1, which is 2 times this minus 1, which gives you 18/25 minus 1, which is negative 7/25. So what is tangent to theta? Just sine divided by cosine. So negative 24 divided by negative 7. Okay, the 25 cancel out, give you 24/7. That's it. Anyone want me to do question 10?
Yeah, could you do a question 10 part A?
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. So solve the following equation. Okay, we need to solve this equation. Look at here. Just slow down and observe what you have. This is sine 2 theta. Again, sine 2 theta, we can always factor as 2 sine theta times cosine theta, which gives you negative square root of 2 cosine theta. Well, if you have this, you can move everything to one side. So you have this cosine theta plus square root of 2 cosine theta. So cosine theta you can factor out. You can get this. Cosine theta, sine theta, plus square root of 2/2. I just divide both sides with 2. Okay? So either this cosine theta is 0 or this part is 0. So sine theta is negative square root of 2/2. If cosine theta is 0, what do you get? You get theta is pi/2, 3pi/2, right? You just look at the unit circle. That's where the cosine theta give you 0. How about sine theta? Sine theta is negative square root of 2/2. So where do you get the negative part? Square root of 2/2. So it can either be this angle and this angle. If it is this angle, it's 4pi/4, 5pi/4. And if it is 7pi/4, it's here. Okay. So those are all the possible values between 0 and 2 pi. Hello, did I answer your question about this one?
Yeah, you did. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyone has any question about part B?
Yeah, could we go over that?
My pleasure. Well, part B, look at cosine blah 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 equal to 1. So again, turn to unit circle for help. So where are the cosine values give you 1? It's here, right? Only angle when angle is here, cosine value give you. Oh, I think I made a huge mistake. I think it's here, right? Apologize. Okay, so thank you very much for asking. I think I made a mistake writing the solution. So this part should not be exist. This part also do not exist. So try 1, 2, 3. So you should get those are not correct. Try 1, you get 2 pi over 3. Try 2, you get 4 pi over 3. Okay, so that's the solution, correct solution. Okay, so let me tell you this. I will recheck your grading about question 10 and B. If I try to correct all the mistakes, but if I didn't correct my mistake on your grading by next Tuesday's class, feel free to let me know during next Tuesday's class, and I'll update your grading for question 10 and B, 10B, okay? Okay, great. Did I answer your question, guys?
You did, Professor.
Thank you very much. Okay, does anyone has any question about exam 3 before we continue to the FCQ part? Okay, so we have like 27 minutes left. So do you guys receive the FCQ email? Let me post it again in the Canvas. So when you finish your FCQ, please let me know, and please share your screen so that I can see your confirmation you finish your FCQ, and you are feel free to go. Okay. Feel free to go only after you finish your FCQ and let me know. Okay, do not just leave right now. Start working your FCQ. I will post it again in the Canvas in case some of you cannot find your email.
I'm sorry, where can we find the FCQ?
It should be in your email. If you cannot find it in email, please check the Canvas announcement in 1 minute. I'm
Okay.
posting it in the Canvas. Please visit. Okay, I found the link I posted the link in the Canvas already. So if you cannot find the FCQ link, please check your Canvas announcement. Okay, when you finish, share a screen and let me know. I will take your attendance and you feel free to go. So here is a reminder. If you are not happy with any of the thing I teach in this class, if you have any suggestion about this class, I would encourage you to let me know directly. So because this FCQ feedback process kind of very long, I cannot see FCQ until the late end of the summer break. So I really hope to know your suggestion as early as possible, as I always say in the email. Yeah. I just remind you, if you want me to know anything, I would encourage you to let me know as early as possible. And as I said, I'm a super inclusive person, so feel free to speak anything to me, talking about your school, your study, your life. Feel free to talk with me about anything.
Yeah, thank you, Professor. I appreciate that. And then I finished my survey. Did you want me to show you?
Yes, would you please share a screen so I can take your attendance? You will be feel free to go.
Of course, yeah. So I think it's that one.
Okay, great. Goodbye, Ernesto.
Thank you, Professor. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Could you see mine, Professor?
Oh yeah, Angie. Okay, great. I
Thank
got
so
you.
much.
Goodbye.
Yeah, have a great one.
Are you able to see mine?
Let me see. Yeah, I see it. Great. Thank you. I also see Andrews. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye. Great, Khalid. I see yours. Great.
I finished, Professor.
Great. So if you can, please share the screen. Great. I see Lucianus. Great. Thank you. Cody. Great. I see your survey. Great. Thank you. Sabrine, I see yours. Great. Thank you. Alicia, great. I see yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Goodbye. See you on Tuesday.
Hello, Professor.
Yes.
I have a question on my math stuff.
Can we delay your question a little bit?
Okay.
Yeah. So just give another maybe 5 minutes. I think everybody will be finished in 5 minutes. Then we'll be able to talk. Oh, great. Thank you, Daniel. I see yours. Great, Ashley. I see yours. Thank you. James, I see yours. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
You too. Bye. Sophia, I see yours. Great. Thank you.
I just have a really quick question.
Yes, please.
You said you'll see us on Tuesday. Do we have the test on Tuesday?
I don't think so. There's no
Okay.
test on Tuesday. So at the beginning of today's class, I said I will give you 2 special quiz. By
Okay.
saying that they are quiz, actually they are just bonus points opportunities. I will ask you to write down your questions about this semester, the first half of the semester and the second half of the semester. Just write your questions. Okay, that would be good enough. So it's more like a bonus points opportunity for you, all of you.
Okay, so it won't be like content based then, or will it be like we
First half of the semester, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, blah, blah. Second half of the semester,
Okay.
blah, 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 until to chapter 8.2,
Okay.
10.2.
So are we required to take these quizzes?
Why not take the points? It's part of the points, and it's
Well-
so easy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of take home quiz. You write down your questions at home, not during the class.
Okay, and they'll be due that night then, or they'll be due at the end of class?
It will be due sometime. I think the first quiz will be due sometime next Monday. The second quiz will be due sometime next Wednesday. So I have not assigned the quiz yet. So don't
Mhm.
worry about the quiz. It should be super easy. You should be
Okay.
just like 3 points opportunities for every of you.
Okay. Cool. What if it? Sorry, just asking really quick.
No problem.
if-
Ask me as many questions as you want.
What if the quiz ends up hurting our grade more than it does like helping our grade?
So the last 2 quiz,
Uh-huh.
I think everybody, if they're a kind of good student, if they
Mhm.
just write down the questions they have, they'll get
Okay.
4 points. So
Mhm.
this will pull your average points upward since you are
Okay.
reaching 4 points, maximum points for the last 2 quiz. So this will help to bring your overall points upward.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. And then you said we don't really know when we have the exam, correct? So it could be next week.
Yeah. So I have not heard anything from my course coordinator yet.
Okay.
So I will ask her again. But I understand everybody is busy, and I
Mhm.
think she is also very busy. So I don't think it's polite to ask her to push her too much. So let's
Yeah,
just wait.
definitely. If we were to have it, would it be like on a weekend though, or would it be during class time?
Originally it was scheduled for weekend, but last time she mentioned to me that it is possible we can take the exam earlier, but she didn't say that affirmatively. She just said that it's possible.
Okay.
So I'm still looking forward to what she will say eventually.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much, Professor. I'll see you
Okay,
Tuesday.
thank you for asking. See you Tuesday. Hi, Chloe, home run. Have you finished your FSQ?
Yes, I just finished, but I'm having trouble showing you the survey completion page.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Can
I
I
trust you.
email it to you? Like
No
screenshot
problem.
it?
No
email
problem.
it?
I trust you. If you finish it and you cannot share it with me easy, that's fine. Just let me know. You let me know already.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Have a good day.
Okay, bye, Chloe. Hello, home run. Hello, home run. Are you there? Okay. He's saying, what is your question?
My question is the MyLab.
Yeah.
I did, but it showed me like I didn't do it, and they like keep signing me off.
Would you please share your screen so that I can see your problem?
I'm using my phone, so I don't know how.
So, okay. So how about this?
Mhm.
So next Tuesday after class, use your
Okay.
computer and share your screen so that I can see what happened exactly on your computer.
Okay,
Okay?
I would do
Thank
that.
you.
Okay, and then my second question, I would do survey on my computer. I don't have to do it on the phone.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I say I would do my survey, like class survey,
Okay.
on my computer. It's really hard
Okay.
to see.
Okay, great. So I trust you. You let me know you have done
Yeah.
it already. That's great.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for talking with me.
All right, see ya.
Bye. Hello, home run. Are you there? Hello, home run. Okay, I'm going to let home run in the waiting room a little bit. Hi, Andre. Just you and I were here.
Hi, so I was wondering with the exam, I realized what I had done wrong is I thought that section 2 was part 2 when I stopped right at section 2 when I did the rest part 2 at home. I didn't realize.
No worry.
But
I understand everybody make mistakes.
Yeah.
You make mistakes. I make mistakes. Everybody make mistakes.
I'm
So
wondering,
just
would it be possible for me to get partial credit for my attempted answers for the first part for section 1?
okay.
Or
So
do you drop like the
how about
lowest
this?
grade?
How about this? Can you resubmit your exam 3? Hello?
Oh.
I'm sorry, Andrew, I cannot hear you easily.
Let me unmute myself. I have been pressing space bar 1 second. So
Yes. So my question is, can you resubmit your solution for exam 3?
yeah.
Yes.
There we go. That's part 2 though. 1 second. Sorry, I gotta find it again.
Okay. So I understand how you get how you misunderstand that stuff. But
Yeah.
my question is, can you resubmit your exam 3 so I can give you a new score?
Yes. 1 second. I'm just trying to make sure I still have it available. I'm trying to find where I put it. Should be in downloads. Exam 3. There we go. Okay. So let me resubmit that really fast. Okay.
I'm sorry. So here's the thing.
Mhm.
You didn't finish exam 3. Exam 3
Yeah.
has 10 questions. My question is that can you finish every question, do every question and resubmit it again?
I should be okay doing that. I'm not sure. When would you want me to do that? Will it
Okay, can you
completely
do it
retake
by
the
next
exam?
Tuesday?
Okay.
Okay.
Would you be willing to give me another exam just so I wouldn't be able to use the answer sheet for this one, or how do you want me to do that?
So I think you can still use this exam, but do not look at the answer sheet, please.
Okay.
Try to work on your best. Since you are submitting it late, I will consider this kind of excused lateness.
Okay.
Kind of excused, not exactly excused. so I will, like say, take 10% of your points off.
Okay.
For your final submission. Okay, only take 10 points off. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that's definitely a lot better for me than getting a 3, as long as I can do anything.
Yes. So make sure you submit a good solution. Your solution right now is kind of very messy.
Yeah.
Scratch. It's more like a scratch paper, not a final solution. So what I hope to see is the complete solution. So how you get each step. And if you were wrong in the previous solution you submitted, I would recommend you to also explain why you were wrong there in the previous solution, so that you can have a better understanding of what you have done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So next Tuesday, I hope to see your final submission, a perfect submission. Okay.
I'll definitely do my best to get that. Thank you so much for letting me try again for it.
Okay, no problem. If you need any help, feel free to let me know. Otherwise.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Andrew, is anything else I can help you?
Not that I can think of, no.
Okay. I hope you enjoy your weekends.
Thank you. You too. Have a nice one.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hello, home run. Hello, home run.